It was good, Dream Team. It's your boy Dizzy Dream. We're back again with another video. Alright, so today we got another reaction because we're about to react to is 4 horror stories animated compilation of August 2019. Now, when it comes to these animated horror stories, they be crazy. I'm talking about like these stories, man, like having them animated instead of them just telling the story, bro, it just brings so much imagination of what actually happened in real life if you think about it. Like, instead of just thinking of it as an animated story, y'all gonna be looking like, bro, this actually happened. Like, what? This happened in real life. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if some of these stories are true or not. I mean, I know some of these stories are true and some of them are not. I know that much. But I don't know. Some of these are just too crazy to be true. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, hey, look. I'm just saying. But anyway, so we got 4 of them. And this video came out, like, I think a week ago. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. But before you do, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to both more late content if you do. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video, guys. Which, and y'all already started out with the
when I was a kid.
with the Michael Myers
I was
music
in the
or
5th
something.
grade, and my friend, let's call him Ethan, invited me over to his place.
Hey, I got a friend named Ethan.
He lived right by the ocean, and if you walked through the forest for half a mile, you'd reach a nice beach with a diving board.
Ooh, nice.
When I got to his house, we hung out, played video games, and talked. You know, typical kid stuff. Then we decided to go to the beach.
Okay.
It wasn't too far away, and we knew we could get back in time for dinner, so we set off. To make the trip more adventurous, we decided to bushwhack our own path.
Oh my
After walking
gosh.
a couple of minutes, we hit a tall fence. Crap, Ethan exclaimed. Well, I guess we'll have to go back. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something. The fence went about 8 meters long and then stopped. My jaw dropped. There was a house. It was an old cabin with boarded up windows. The planks were falling off, and you could see the old insulation underneath. It was gray in color and had flecks of blue paint. The fence led up to the side of the house, stopped, and then continued on the other side.
Okay.
What scared me the most was that there was no road. I mean, not even a clearing to get to the road.
Right.
You'd have to walk 20 minutes.
And y'all decided to do some
Ethan
Scooby
yelled from
Doo
behind
stuff
me.
to just go
Look
to
at this,
a
I
shack.
shouted back.
Come on,
Ethan
bro.
walked up to me, and his jaw dropped. There was no door, just a frame. And peering through the frame, we could see that there was a back door.
There's
also
the
with no
upstairs?
frame. All we had to do was
What kind
walk
of
through
shack
the
is
house,
that?
then we could get to the beach.
No,
I looked at
no,
Ethan.
go through
Should
the
we do it?
path.
I
Don't
asked
go
him.
through no
He shrugged.
unusual
I don't
stuff.
see why not, he responded.
Man,
Inside the house
they gotta be
was
12
dark,
or 13.
despite the
I
sunlight
didn't hear their
pouring
ages,
into the
so
door.
I'm just guessing.
We advanced slowly through the house, and Ethan pointed to the door. As we reached the door, I peered up the stairs. I grabbed Ethan and shoved him out the door. What was it? He said, as soon as we got away. My whole body shook. I must be going mad, I thought to myself. Eventually, I explained it to him. As we reached the door, I wanted to take one last look at the house.
Oh gosh, why?
I glanced up the stairs and I saw the shadowy outline of a person. All I could see were eyes staring back at me and a crooked grin.
Run!
Then I took another route back home, and we told Ethan's mom. She laughed at us and said she'd been that way many times and there was no house. And we were
What?
angry because she didn't believe us, so we got out our cameras and went back the next day.
Are you serious?
When we got there was no house. It was just gone. No clearing, nothing. To this day, Ethan and I still wonder what it was. Was that man just a homeless person, or maybe he was something much, much worse? I suggested to Ethan a theory that scares me to this day.
What?
I had been reading about
Ghosts?
Russian folklore, and a page caught my attention. It was a story about a witch named Baba Yaga who had a moving house.
Baba Yaga? What?
She would eat naughty children, and parents used to use it to scare children. Was this a witch? I guess we'll never know for sure.
True. And I don't want to know, because what? True hide and go seek in the cemetery. Bro,
I was
these
in my early
these Texas be
teenage
going
years
so
during this
fast,
time.
bro.
My family
Wait
and
a
I
minute.
went
Why
on
would you want to play?
vacation
Why
in
you
a
want to
village
play
which
hide
had
and
a
go seek
forest
in
rumored to be
a
haunted.
cemetery?
There was a cemetery in the forest. It was a little
Y'all must
far
be
away
crazy.
from the village, near a lake. We weren't actually supposed to go to that forest, but my cousins thought it would be fun to play hide and seek at night.
Oh my gosh!
We
And
were
at
given
night
some
at all
rules.
times.
We weren't allowed to take our phones or flashlights with us. As
Y'all
planned,
asking to
we all met
asking to
in
get
front of our
kidnapped or
farmhouse
get
at
dealt with,
midnight.
man.
Me and my younger sister, who was 7 years old at that time, were the youngest out of everyone. So my older cousin decided to help us hide. He was 22 at that time, and he
Oh my
wanted to make
gosh,
sure
bro.
we didn't get lost. After we chose who was going to be the seeker, we parted ways, trying to find the best hiding spot. My older cousin just wanted to win, so he took us to the cemetery. He said, "She'll obviously be too afraid to enter the cemetery. I think this will be a best hiding spot for us." Although my younger
No.
sister kept telling us not to go there, we shut her off, telling her she was just a kid and would make us get caught.
Man, no. She has common
To this
sense,
day, we wish we would have listened to her.
right?
It was getting darker. It was almost 2 a.m. Then all of a sudden, the cemetery lights went out. My sister's hand tightened around my hand. My cousin was obviously scared too. We could only hear the sound of wind and stray dogs barking at the backside of the cemetery. But then, we heard digging noises. I still remember that horrifying sound. At a distance, we could see an old man
What the?
with ruffled hair and dirty clothes, digging a grave with his bare hands. He was making hissing noises while he dug.
What?
All of us stood there frozen. We didn't know if we should scream or run away.
First off,
My cousin held our hands and started to slowly lead us to the entrance, trying not to make any noise.
man,
He whispered, "We have to get out of here."
right?
My sister was
Nah,
almost on the verge of crying. But to ruin everything, I stepped on a broken branch, making
Of course.
a loud noise.
Of course.
The
That happens
stranger
in
shot up
almost
his head
every
toward our
horror
direction,
movie.
his lips curved
You
in a
step on
creepy
something that
smile.
you know you ain't supposed to be stepping on,
"Run!"
but
my
yet
cousin
it
yelled,
just magically
quickly
be
picking
there.
up my sister and running away as I followed closely behind them. Thankfully, the man was weak and couldn't run any faster. He stopped at the middle of the cemetery staring at us with his hazel eyes.
Ew.
A few days later, we found out that the man had been caught by the police. He was a criminal who dug up dead bodies, stored drugs in them, and sent them off to other nations to sell drugs. He was caught once, but successfully escaped.
Oh,
If he
we
wasn't so old and weak, I'm afraid that we might have ended up being a couple of dead bodies, too.
stuffed with drugs. What? The mysterious girl in my house wants to play with me. I had to read it fast. I had to.
My name is Alyssa,
What's up, Alyssa?
and I'm 15.
Oh, you 15?
A few months ago, something strange happened to me.
What happened?
To this day, I can't explain exactly what happened. I was relaxing at my house, doing some schoolwork on my laptop. Being home alone never bothered me until then.
Oh,
After
God.
about 2 hours of being alone, I decided to go get some ice cream from the freezer.
Okay.
As I headed back with ice cream to my room, I heard someone bang on the front door. I never answer the doors, and I always make sure they're locked when my parents leave. I
Good.
decided it was the mailman, and that he would set the package down and leave. Then I heard the bang again, but louder. I was confused, so I went to my dad's office since it had a window facing the front porch. The second I grabbed the door handle of his office, my parents' bedroom door slammed shut right next to me. I
Woo,
screamed.
Lord.
Our air conditioning was broken at the time, so there was no way it could have been the air. I looked at the door, ran to the other side of the house, and called my mom to see if she was expecting anyone over. "No, Alyssa," she said. And those two words made my heart beat faster than it ever has.
Oh,
My
God.
phone disconnected, and I started hearing footsteps coming towards me from down the hallway.
Down the
I
hall.
ran and hid behind a door in our living room. I knew I'd be out of sight, since I used to hide there as a child. I called my close friend Emily, who always knew how to calm me down in crazy situations. She told me to go and lock myself in my room. As she was talking, I started to hear doors open and slam shut along with footsteps, and the voice of a little girl saying, "I'm going to find you," over and over. I started
Ooh.
crying When I grabbed the handle and was about to go in, I heard it again. The little girl was in my room and said, "Come here, Alyssa. I want to play. Come here." I ran to the guest bathroom and locked myself in.
I don't trust nobody with fingers like that.
I started to hear knocking on the bathroom door and the voice, "Don't you want to play, Alyssa?"
They remind me of that green man with the solid fingers.
I started screaming back, "Hell no, just leave me alone." She started laughing. The knocking and laughter grew louder and louder.
She
Then it
slick.
started sounding like that thing, started to walk away.
She slick
Still
looks
laughing
like
and knocking.
what's her name
Then I
from
couldn't
this
hear it
anime
anymore.
show called Corpse
My
Party.
grandpa came into the house yelling, "Alyssa,
The little
it's
girl,
Grandpa.
Psycho,
Come out, you're safe."
whatever.
I ran as fast
She's
as I
Psycho
could
or
to my
something
grandpa.
like that.
Later on, I found out that after my phone cut out on my mom, she sent my grandpa to check on me. Once I told my grandpa that a little girl had gotten into the house, we went around the house searching for her, but we never found anything. All the windows and the doors were locked. The garage was closed up tight, and nothing was broken into. I hate being home alone now, and being in my room, but I've learned to deal.
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! Back that up. My true horror story of sock?
When I was about 9 years old, I was in my swimsuit, ready to go to swimming
Like
lessons.
socks or something?
My brother and I had made a pillow fort, and it was still
Hey.
there from the night before. I had crawled underneath the coffee table, where a blanket went over it, blocking out the outside world. I have no idea why I stuck my foot outside of the blanket, but I did. A dark black sock crawled creepily towards my foot and slowly slid over it. The
Huh?
sock was cold, and I felt odd. I recognized the sock. It looked just like the one my mom had. I called out my mom's name and my brother's name, but there was no response, only silence.
Ooh.
I walked to the window, but when I looked out, there was nothing out of the ordinary. I saw my cat staring at me with a weird look on her
Oh,
face.
that's a weird looking cat, bro. Ooh,
I was
get back.
horrified when I heard the shower running upstairs. My mom was still in the shower, and my dad was at work. I ran up the stairs to find my brother
I
spinning on
ain't
the
never
chair
trust
in
no
my
cat
parents'
looking
room.
like that, bruh.
I asked him if he went downstairs, and he told me he had nothing to do with the situation.
Ooh.
I told my mom what had happened, but she didn't believe me. She said that I was probably hallucinating and that it was just the cat. But I know
Bro,
what I
what's
saw.
up with your family,
and the
yo?
look on
Why
my
they look
cat's
so
face is
terrifying?
still fresh in my memory.
Hold on. Did that sock took him to a whole nother world or something like that? Cause bro, last time I checked, bro, cats is supposed to be looking adorable. Your mother is supposed to be looking protective for you. Why do they look like demons that just about to just start chomping on whatever they get their hands on? Bro, get that away from me, bro. Get that away from me, bro. Bro, first off, who is you? Where's my mom at? Where's my little brother at? And most importantly, where my cat at, bro? I need them to be right here in front of me with no terrifying teeth, sharp teeth, whatever kind of eyes those were, man, bro. Get that away from me. Bring back my real folks. Bring back my real cat. Bring them right here now. Ow, that hurt, bro. But yo, that is just crazy. That is just ridiculous, man. I think the most ridiculous one, the most scariest one, is the one with the girl, bro. The one with the girl try to find her or whatever. That was creepy, bro. Like, yo, she looks too much like the Grudge. She looks too much like Psycho from Corpse Party, bro. Like, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I just can't do it. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you want to see the original video, put the link down in the description below. It's on my social medias. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. So go ahead and follow me. Yeah, I'm on Snap. Your reaction guys, hit me up on my IG or Twitter, or comment down below this video. Let me know what you want me to react to next, or if you have an idea of the next day video. And yeah, dream to be lit. I was lit for be lit. And remember, don't go to sleep and dream my dreams. Get them and chase them. Still this day. And until the next day video, Dizzy Dream.